Skibbly dibbly dib.
Dibbly doo dah.
Are we recording?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
All right.
So what? No, like when they were 12, they started composing music together.
Oh,
They're
wow.
twins, right?
Yeah, they're twins. One of them plays the piano, and one of them plays the saxophone.
Who is this?
My cousins, the LaBeouf brothers,
Okay.
is their band, collective band name. But Remy LaBeouf and Pascal LaBeouf, they've both been nominated for Grammys separately for separate projects.
You can't just be named Pascal LaBeouf.
Pascal Martin LaBeouf and Remy Pierre LaBeouf.
Whoa.
Yeah. Their father is a very proud French Cajun person. One thing I've been noticing when we've been doing our podcast, when I've been listening, is that
Yep.
my voice tends to be very loud. And you two tend to like go down in volume sometimes. So I don't know if that's just your
Then
voices
I
or
tried
me.
lowering it. I don't know.
I don't know.
But didn't you take my producer's note to make Lauren the abrasive one and modulate her voice that way?
I approve that note.
I put your voice through a shrill filter. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
Crank it
I'd
up
like to
10.
go viral for really bad reasons. So, however you can make me the least appetizing.
All right,
that
I'll
would be
try. I'll
great.
try.
Thank
I'll
you.
sweeten it up. We'll see.
The
Yeah.
new name of the
Good
pod
one.
is Can I Lay Down and Will Someone Shut Her Up?
That's the name of this episode. Will someone shut her up?
That's a good episode name.
Yeah, I approve of this title.
Oh,
No, but we
God.
need a celebrity name in every episode title now because that's
That helps with
it helps-
the algorithm
the
gets
Yeah,
it.
the algorithm.
Mhm.
What celebrity? Tune in. We'll stay tuned. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Ari, are you looking at your notes for what you want to talk about today on the pod?
Well, I had a guest.
Oh.
You guys remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember I had a guest?
Oh yeah, no, I totally forgot that you were gonna bring someone, and then
Wait,
now
what?
they're not here anymore.
I was gonna leave and then let you guys talk to the special guest
Oh, I
because we only have 4 mics.
got you.
Is that okay?
Is this real?
I'm gonna. She's outside.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get her. Hold on. Yeah.
No,
No fucking way.
you're
All right,
fucking
you're
joking.
Fucking with us.
You're fucking with us.
Hey guys.
Hello. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Ari was a little rude. He didn't introduce you before you came in. Can you introduce yourself, maybe?
Yeah, my name's Grimes.
Hi, Grimes.
Oh, hey, Grimes.
What's up, Grimes?
It's like-
Welcome.
It's cool to meet you guys.
Welcome to Can I Lay Down? This is our podcast that we do infrequently.
We should probably apologize to you because initially you were an enemy of the pod, but now it seems you're a friend of the pod.
Well, that's why I came here because I'm open to like the marketplace of ideas and like seeing things from every angle because that's how the future will happen.
Okay.
That's why I'm dating somebody who's conservative right now because we're like synthesizing our views.
Did you say synthesizing?
I said I have a small lisp.
Okay.
It's really cool to be here because you guys seem cool and this is like a podcast and they're like the future. Like this is like thought, but like moving faster and faster.
Can I ask a personal question just
Oh.
right off the bat?
Anytime, I'm an open book.
Okay. When you had your children with Mr. Musk, did you guys actually fornicate or was it like artificial insemination via robots?
No, that would be, believe me, that would be hype.
Yeah.
I would be into that, but we did actually, he was able to get excited one time
One time.
and I took full advantage of it.
But just one time. So, but you have 2 children.
I had Akira on IMAX and the soundtrack, you know, where there's like all the choirs
Uh-huh.
of people going
Uh-huh.
like, and like making
Sure.
lots of
Of
different
course.
like
Everyone
noise.
knows.
That got me in the mood. And then I put on a furry. I put on a furry face.
Oh, and that got him in the mood.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
Believe me, no one was more surprised than me.
What?
But
Wait, sorry, what animal was
yeah,
it?
I was just gonna say, what sort of head are you wearing?
You know, what would you guys think? Like, take a guess. What would turn Elon on?
I mean,
Doge.
Yeah. Shiba
Shiba Inu?
Inu. is-
You nailed it.
in one.
so just like
Boom.
just like a corgi.
I thought someone would say fox because they're kind of hot. Like my first concept for me at Grimes was that I was a Japanese fox spirit because Japan.
Yeah,
Just
because
the whole
Japan.
country. Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
Japan.
Yeah.
Well, they're ahead of us.
By like 8 hours. Yeah.
Like if you just have like candy from there. Oh, I see what you were doing there. That was really good.
It was my little joke.
That was
my little
clever.
joke, right?
You guys are funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Japan.
You're funny too.
Oh,
Grimes.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to put like memes in whatever I do.
Sorry, what's a meme?
That's a good question.
Hmm.
It's like an insight. It's like an insight
Yeah.
or like a wisdom. I can turn anything into a really like bad Nine Inch Nails song,
Oh, great.
but with a sort of like a 10-year-old pixie singing on it.
Okay.
Oh, that would make it into a good Nine Inch Nails.
That
song
sounds hype.
because it's with a pixie.
Are you into me? Are you hitting on me? I heard this. She's a lesbian one on the show, right?
She's
Yes.
the lesbian. Yes.
Yes. I'm not hitting on you. No, I'm sorry.
The conservative you're dating, is that still Elon Musk or is this a different person? I'm not up to date on your.
No, it's Elon.
Okay.
Like, I talk to him and I tell him like I'm like for human progress, and he's like I'm for human progress too. And you wouldn't think that if you read his tweet. If you read his tweets, and like I say I'm for LGBT people, and he says no, I am too. But you wouldn't know that if you read his tweets.
So his tweets, his public persona is a facade, is what you're saying?
Well, I'm saying that I say I'm progressive, and then he says he's progressive.
Right. Okay.
But then he says and does all these things.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what?
those,
But in private, he's progressive.
yeah, like
When no one's watching, when it doesn't affect anyone.
when it's not his actions in the
Right.
world or the things he's doing, he's progressive.
Right.
When he
Got
comes
it.
home and I'm there, and I might like try to like blow him or something, he's progressive.
If you can not get distracted by what he does and distill it down to what he says.
It's just like the future. He's interested in the future. I'm interested in the future. The future is everywhere. It's all around us.
How many kids do you guys have?
We have, well, I can't say.
Oh. Because,
They're like Beyonce albums. They might drop at any time.
oh, I see. Okay. You don't-
Just out of your vagina, or
You don't have to like have a
No.
warm up prep.
oh, okay,
That's really limiting. That's just like a really limited way of thinking.
got it.
They could be out of anybody's vagina and still be my kids.
That's fair.
Think about it.
Like Angelina and Brad Pitt, like situation.
I don't
Like
know.
it's
I
like
don't-
adopting, or are you talking about like? I just want to know the mechanics of this particular situation where like it drops out of someone else's vagina and then suddenly you're the parent, or is there like an adopting situation?
Look, I'm just going to say, like, you can go to South Korea and clone a dog. And maybe some cloning hasn't been disclosed to the public, or maybe some people are using dog cloning techniques to clone babies,
Oh, okay. Yes.
but I don't know. That's a big,
Do you think
I'm not sure.
Elon has
That's
money?
speculative.
Speculative.
So if like let's say for
It's
instance,
not for sure that it happened or known whether or not some of the dog cloning techniques were used and that they didn't go well, and that some experimental babies had to be disposed of.
Do you think he's trying to get a real person with a Shiba Inu head to be cloned in South Korea?
I threw away some of me and Elon's first experimental babies, is what I'm saying. I'm hearing a lot of subject changing around this, so I'm just going to lay it out there.
well, we were trying to.
Can you edit this out later?
We were trying to be like, you know,
Subtle?
We didn't subtle, and we didn't want to like specifically.
Like X-Men
wanna
was a
call you
comic
out.
book, but now the future is happening now.
Okay,
And
so-
you have to make a step forward into it. to make.
X-Men is still a comic book.
Speaking of X,
But no, but like it's a comic book, but like once it was just a comic book, but now we're like we are X. Some of us are X-Men.
We're
Do you
X-Men.
understand what I'm saying?
No.
Grimes is an X-Man. Elon Musk is an X-Man.
you're speaking about yourself in the third person.
Well, I'm just
asking. You were talking about yourself, Grimes, or like your cloned Grimes?
yes. I was
Okay.
talking about myself in this. Why are you're being uncool?
So can I ask you a quick question? Like hypothetically, if you were to like clone X or Y, would they be X squared and Y squared?
See, like if Elon heard that, he would get hard again, and I could have another baby. Can you give me
And
a
you
sample? Can you give me a sample of her saying that?
Sure. I can do that.
And then you wouldn't have to clone.
I'm gonna play that for
And-
him, and he's gonna finally get another erection.
What are X and Y?
Those are my kids.
Those are your kids'
Those
names?
are the two kids that I verified having. So those kids, I think, turned out okay. Like we've done some X-rays.
They're done?
They're good. They're cooked. Yeah, they're
What,
good.
did you do any Y rays?
I'm sorry.
Never mind.
What is that? What'd you say?
You said you did X-rays, and I was wondering if you also
Oh, I get it.
Y ray.
I heard he's like there's a lesbian one and a dad joke one, and you're the dad joke one.
We don't know that. You haven't heard this guy. Maybe he's a dad joke one.
What's his angle? What's your angle?
Yeah. What is your angle
On X and Y?
No,
No,
like
just your angle on the
thing
pod. What's your
pod.
thing?
Like I wear
Oh.
a Shiba Inu head, and I sleep with billionaires that are
Yeah.
progressive, like really progressive, like more progressive than you know. What's your thing?
What's my angle?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the realist.
No, he was in a gang. He started a gang.
His gang.
I don't know if you heard that episode.
Gang verified. That's what I do. I verify gang related.
He starts
things.
gangs and then he leaves them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm in a gang in most of my videos.
Like a
Have you
startup.
seen them?
Like a gang startup.
Yeah, he does gang
I'm a
startups.
gang
He's
entrepreneur.
yeah.
What is a gang but a startup? That's true.
Yeah.
If you look, I'm in cyber gangs in my videos.
So that's his thing. And then you haven't met our fourth member, but his thing is like complaining and being
Yeah,
upset about stuff.
he's just a
But-
sad mad gang.
right. So it's kind of nice that you're not meeting him because
I think he's a nice one. He's been really like giving me lots of like sustained
Well,
eye
you-
contact.
Well, you guys are the
listen
one.
to more. Listen.
Yeah, you guys are the ones who contacted each other, right? He had to be nice to you in order for you to come on here. I get it.
I really appreciate, it's cool. You're hype. You're dope.
Thanks.
You're bald, which is like the future.
Thanks. I know, right? I listen to your music, Grams.
Like in the
Just-
future,
yeah.
men and women will start out bald because then you can just download any haircut that you want.
No, in the past, I mean, just even now, a lot of people start out bald.
Yeah, like in general, most babies
It's like
are bald.
it's like hacking things. Like you have to hack things. Like you hacked your head.
Yeah.
I'm uploading and you're downloading. You have to download. Like download files,
No, I get it. Yeah.
download
Thank you.
movies,
Yes.
You're not
Totally.
supposed to download,
like
movies.
Yeah,
great
you
ideas.
can download movies legally.
Would you download a car?
Like when
Yes. Have you talked to Elon about like downloading cars?
well someday you're gonna print a car.
I'm not going to
Think about it.
I wouldn't do that to you.
No.
Are you
Yeah?
trying to shush us? Is that a shh?
That's
But you can't pronounce it properly because you have a lisp.
be quiet. When Elon semened in me, I was like, this
What? Well, back up.
this is a download.
I'm sorry. I need to clarify because of the lisp. I'm a little confused. I'm
I'll start over. What? From where?
Semened in
When
you?
yeah, you heard. So you did hear me. When Elon
No, I
semened
did.
in me,
I just wanted to make sure that
I was like,
processed it
this is a
properly.
download, and it was wild because like not much came out, and it looked like Huel.
He has a download. Is that what you're saying?
Well, oh, I get it. You did another one as a dad joke. Like this pod is gonna go now. It's gonna go viral.
Are you going to share
Like,
this for us?
This will share itself
Okay.
because the things that I do, people want to cancel me, but they also understand that the future.
Is with you.
Just the future.
Yeah,
Just the future.
and people get that now. Like I'm a role model. Like kids see themselves in me.
What do you do
when
if-
you didn't?
I'm not done.
When you
Like-
didn't? No, I just want to clarify.
Go ahead.
When you didn't finish the word row, for role model, I thought you were going to say,
I'm a role
I'm
model.
a robot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Grimes,
I could
are
never
you-
confirm or deny that.
Okay, so you can't confirm or deny.
No,
whether or
why
not-
would I?
Because
I
I asked.
I've said
Are you a robot?
I've said enough. I said I'm an X-Man, and that's enough of a disclosure to start with.
Okay.
Okay.
No X-Men are robots.
I mean, some of them are android-ish. But
How do you guys think that kids are doing in the current society? Tell me.
Your kids?
No, like kids in
just
in
like
general.
all kids all over the world, the entire population of people
How
under
do
the
we
age
think
of 18.
Well,
Kids are doing? That's your
part
question?
of being futuristic is just like you just comment on everything all at once. Like you don't make like subtle distinctions. You're just like talking about like how things are going.
For clarification, what's your definition of kids?
Like children, duh.
But like what to you, what is a child?
Well, I have the body of a child, and some people say that that's the main reason why people would semen in me. But I'm older than 18,
Okay.
so
So what you're saying is Elon Musk is a
no, I wouldn't. No, he's into no, no. Wow, that's disgusting. No, he's into Shiba. He's into Shiba Inus.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
sorry.
Yeah.
I just
He's
you
into-
know I'm a lesbian, so I don't understand straight sex very well. So
Okay,
that's why I'm
that's
asking
fair.
so many
That's fair.
questions.
That's-
no, I'm just
yeah,
that's why I'm
that's
asking
fair.
so many questions.
He's also into cyber gangsters, which I am. Just so you understand.
Cyber, is that like a cyber bully?
It's like a rapper, but it was cyber. It's the cyber gangster.
The cyber gang. So,
Like cyber, like AOL back in the day when you would cyber with somebody over the
Mhm,
internet, or
mhm.
cyber like as in just like
Listen,
the internet.
I'm gonna leave soon, so
why do you have to leave?
Yeah, no, don't
This
leave.
has
We're
been
having
pleasant.
fun.
This is
yeah.
a huge improvement,
We
actually.
enjoy
Yeah.
having you here.
I think you're
Grimes.
at this point you're probably missing a really important member of the pod. So I
Semi-important.
I mean,
You know.
that'd be a stretch, Grimes.
Jeez.
Honestly,
Your energy is
I-
slightly more elating than his energy. So just like
Wait,
just
hold on,
like maybe
Grimes.
like
that
point,
seems slanderous.
like 0.257.
Grimes, you like to talk about movies, right?
I can only talk about Blade Runner or Avatar.
Okay, well,
That's
That's
the
cool.
only-
I love
two
both
more,
of those.
Yeah.
That's two more than our other co-hosts. So
Yes,
that's-
yeah.
Oh, is he not into movies?
No,
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 no.
What is he into? What's
no
he like?
idea. I don't listen when he talks, but it's not movies. It's not movies.
Listen, I want to talk about children, but obviously nobody wants to talk about kids.
We were trying to figure out what you mean by children.
Yeah, we didn't understand what you meant by
Yeah.
Like
children.
we're having a moment where like everyone is suicidal.
right now in
Everyone?
society.
Like all the kids.
This
are you, I'm
exact
sorry, are
moment?
you suicidal?
Well, because of climate change, they understand that we're going to be eaten by robots because they're
Elon Musk robots.
letting AI go
No,
crazy.
You're a robot.
And if what I tell Elon is, if you equip me with an AI, I can fight the AI. So that's right now is our plan. We're going to put a pause on AI development until I'm AI, and our kids like make like more of them make it when we make them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're kind of
Mhm.
I'm sorry,
Mhm.
you're saying your two children are going to then have children with each other?
they're gonna have no. I'm saying
I was-
I've
I was-
tried to
I-
have enough. I've tried to have more kids, and they don't really. They like they. Have you ever like squeezed a pizza, a hot pocket? Like,
Yes, I have squeezed a hot pocket before.
No,
Sometimes I have tried to have kids, and it's kind of like that. Like it doesn't.
like squeezing a hot
Oh,
pocket.
so what you're saying is that
Some
when,
of them are dead. Some of them are just
when
goo.
sometimes when you give birth, sometimes when you give birth,
Oh my
it's like a cheese-like red substance that comes
God.
out of your
No.
vagina
No.
instead of a human, or maybe it's like humanoid, but it's. I guess that's what
It's
happens
the-
when. I guess that's what happens when an X-Men and an android make a baby.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's correct.
yeah.
It's the future,
Mm.
and it's Japan.
Well,
And if you think about it, that's where you'll find me. It's like at the crossroads of the future and Japan. It's
oh,
like,
is that what X and Y mean?
okay, if you think about like what's the coolest thing that you could think of?
Japan.
It's almost
Okay.
so like
I really like Slurpees.
start with a
super
dragon.
dope.
Start with a dragon.
Start with the dragon.
Yes.
Got it.
But then what if it was like a mecha dragon.
A mecha dragon?
Like a robot.
Like from Israel? Sorry.
Oh, I heard one person does the dad jokes. That's good.
I did it.
That really threw me because
Yeah.
normally those come from over here from the sky. Like
so a mecha dragon.
like it has
like
scales.
Like Mecha Godzilla.
Like it has scales. A mecha dragon would have scales, but then they're like circuit boards.
Oh,
Hmm.
different mecha.
And
Got it. Okay.
That's the idea.
Future. And that's Japan.
Japan.
Yeah.
Like a Japanese cyber dragon from the future.
Oh yeah, we get to use your name. We get to say featuring
We do.
Grimes on our.
Is it? Can
But
we?
spell
Wait,
it-
sorry. Can we use your name? I want to ask you permission.
Can
if
you
that's
spell it with
okay.
human letters? Or
Spell it the way that I say it though. Grimes. Spell it like
How
that.
do I?
How do you-
Grimes.
Okay.
It's
okay.
spelled like that. It's spelled Grimes.
Is that one of those ones where if I hold down the S key, it'll give me options, and one of them will be that?
You could do that.
Okay.
You could do that. That's hot. That's hype.
Are you flirting with me?
No, I'm into the letter Z.
Oh, okay.
I'm into the future, Japan. These are things that I'm into. Is Z,
Have you heard of?
X, Y, math, STEM,
Wait.
mental illness, hot topic, like really
like
bad.
Hot Topic the show. I mean, sorry, Hot Topic the like
Store?
the store, like in a mall.
You guys don't get it.
The
Oh,
place
no,
where you
I
get
mean-
Nightmare Before Christmas stuff.
You guys don't get it.
Well,
like,
no,
like what's
we-
hot
no.
now is buying $3 clothes made in China based on how they look in a video. They can be made poorly.
Mhm.
They can look terrible in person.
I do that. No, I do
But
that.
they look. You get that.
I do that. I get that. Yeah.
Like kids have like mental illness and like brain damage, and they aren't developing,
Right.
and they are recycling like the 90s and the early 2000s,
How do we
and
fix it?
because people realize that like Bratz dolls,
What? Wait, what was that word?
Sorry, what was that word?
Bratz
Well,
dolls.
I just,
Wait,
I just
hold
want
on.
to. I just
Did she say
can-
brass?
Like
brass.
like
I
if
think
you-
brass dolls,
brass
like the
balls?
metal,
No,
like
brass
metal.
balls.
No,
Brass
Bratz.
balls?
No,
Brass
Brad.
ball-
No, Bratz dolls.
Brad's dolls.
Oh,
If you would,
like dolls made out of
But like-
brass.
but
Got
if-
it.
Brass dolls.
so what's hotter
Yes,
than
yes,
like
brass dolls.
what's
Is that what
hotter
you're
than
saying?
what's no Bratz dolls?
brash dolls.
Brash?
Brash.
dolls?
Oh, brash dolls. Yeah,
What's
like
hotter-
asshole dolls.
What's hotter than
They're little
just
brash.
Bratz dolls on their own?
Brash dolls.
Like mecha Bratz dolls.
Mecha?
That's what I style
Brash.
myself after is mecha Bratz dolls.
Brad.
Can we just move on? You know, I just want to tell you, Grimes, that
Yes. I
I
this
just want to
needs
tell
to be
you
the
that.
last thing because I gotta go.
Well, it is probably the last thing because I
My
just want to tell
Uber's
you.
outside.
Well, is it a Tesla Uber? That
It's-
wasn't my question, but I wanted to know.
What's the question?
The question is why? No, it's more just a comment. Like we all understand you in this room. We all get you.
Thank God.
We're asking
Then
these
you can be
questions
part
for
of
our
the future.
listeners. But no, we're asking these questions for our listeners. Like we play dumb sometimes on the podcast just to like make sure that our listeners get it. But we get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like have used ChatGPT, like you.
Oh, absolutely.
you understand. Like
Our
you're-
last episode was about AI.
I don't like it.
That's not what's up. You just said you don't like ChatGPT.
I don't like AI.
Scott. Shh.
That's okay. Soon I'm going to be well equipped and I will fight ChatGPT and I will defeat it.
I support that.
That's going to be me in the ring, like in like I'll shrink down and I'll be in a circuit board and I'll be fighting ChatGPT. And
What-
I don't know if there's really, I don't know if you had a question for me, but that's where we should really leave this.
Can I? I do have one question.
Go ahead.
One question.
You
if-
get an extra question because you're the lesbian.
Well, no, that pertains to me being a lesbian.
I'm an ally for the LGBT.
Oh, okay. That's
I'm
what I
an
was going to
ally
ask.
for the chat
I was going to ask if you were queer at
LGBT.
all.
LGBT.
So you're an ally. You're not queer.
Brachido? What was it?
Brass dolls. but But-
It's
but cyber brass dolls. That's my
it
aesthetic.
sounds very steampunk.
Or sometimes people say I'm like Job Corps Bjork or like Pabst Blue Ribbon Bjork.
Oh.
Who says
have
this?
you have
These are compliments, right? They sound like compliments.
Who
to
said
me.
that about you?
Just people.
I don't know.
I mean Pabst Blue Ribbon's not bad. It's
Bjork-
not, it's
Bjork
not
is
great.
good.
Thank you. That's what I am. Not bad. That's what most people say when they hear my music. They're like, that's not terrible.
Dime store Bjork? Thrift store Bjork?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean,
Seems rude.
Dollar store Bjork.
I prefer file sharing Bjork. So like
oh,
it's
like
completely free.
Napster.
Like Napster because future.
Oh.
I gotta go.
Napster is the future, guys.
It's been good to be with you guys.
Thank you for dropping by.
Thanks for
making
coming by.
time in your schedule.
Thank you, Grimes.
This was unexpected.
Okay.
It was really sweet of you.
I'll just leave you with this.
Can you tell
Sayonara.
Elon to fix
What?
Twitter?
I can't. I didn't hear that. I gotta go. Hey, you guys. Sorry.
Oh my gosh, you just missed. You're not going to believe who's here.
Well, I time taking a shit sometimes when there's things I don't want to
No, I understand
engage
that.
with.
I understand that.
All you need to know, Arya, is that we're glad you're back.
Yeah, we said some nice things about you, and then Grimes was cool, hype.
Yeah.
She just kept talking about movies. It was really weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Yeah.
We'll edit the whole segment out then.
It
Yeah.
might. We'll have
We
to
can
cut
still-
out some of the movie talk because it gets technical.
Oh God.
But
Put her name in the title of the episode and then cut her out of it. And then okay, what are we going to talk about? Because we always are real. We don't do improv. This isn't a fucking gay improv podcast. So now we got to switch back to real conversations.
I want to talk about roommates.
Roommates?
Yeah.
What?
People all live by themselves, right? Nobody has
Yeah.
roommates.
I don't.
Oh,
have
wait, I
any
had-
roommate.
None of us do.
I
no.
had another bit first.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, we can
Alright.
go to roommates in a second, but
Yeah.
we've been talking about how horny your voice is, Adrien, for a while now.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So I found something that you can read.
Oh, shit.
So just read it, take your time.
Sure. By the way, on one of the dating apps, Hinge, you can record your voice. And I got a compliment from somebody who was like, "You have a very nice voice," and I was like, "Thank you."
Should I judge it up a little bit?
Do whatever you need to do.
All
but
right.
I mean,
Am I reading this?
just below the date,
Oh, okay, got it. If you're not gagging with each thrust, if your eyes aren't watering, if you don't have to pause in the middle to catch your breath, are you even brushing your tongue properly? I'm gonna give you one more.
Spicy.
slow way down.
If you're not gagging with each thrust, if your eyes aren't watering, if you don't have to pause in the middle to catch your breath, are you even brushing your tongue properly?
I'm definitely putting some sort of music underneath that.
yeah. To put a soundtrack.
Do you know how I know I'm definitely not into men? Because that almost made me vomit.
Because that was like having sex with a man.
Oh,
Yeah.
if you're not gagging.
Thank you
Oh,
for thank you for
God.
indulging me. Okay, now roommates.
Roommates, what?
Feels like an abrupt change. No, I was just thinking because we all seem like I don't have a good history with roommates, but we all seem like we've figured out to live without roommates is preferable. Do you guys have horror stories with, do you have a worst roommate in your past? Or if you had to pick a roommate from your past to live with now, could you do it and would that go okay? Like, do you have one that you're like, oh, we'd be okay now?
No, I can't live with somebody. I had a roommate, or I had a couple of roommates when I was living in New Mexico. And it was just a shit show. Yeah. One of them, her boyfriend, I remember, wandered into my room at one point and like offered me drugs. And I was like, I don't want your drugs.
Well, it sounds like he was just trying to help.
sounds
No,
nice.
I understand. He was being friendly.
It's pretty cool.
In California, we just call that a friendship.
No, but they would stay up, in the wee hours, taking drugs and partying.
I mean, are these stimulants?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was like, what was it? It was like peyote or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
They just casually walked into your room and was like, hey, you want to vomit everywhere for 7 hours?
Basically, yeah. Yeah.
Has anyone here ever done peyote?
No, I just watch movies. I
Oh,
just
no.
vomit everywhere.
I have peyote.
And then somebody moved in when I briefly had to move out to take a job, and then that person got into a conflict with somebody else that was rooming with me, and then I had to come and like settle that whole situation. And so I've been living on my own for like the last 6 years, I want to say, and I don't think I'll ever go back.
What if but like a partner maybe? You'd live with somebody?
Possibly, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Even then, yeah.
Would you consider like separate bedrooms in the same place if with the partner, just to be like, we're going to have our own spaces or something? Or is that too much?
You know, I think the ideal situation would be,
Bunk beds?
well, no, you won't even like need like 3 rooms, because, you know, you could just like, if you had separate rooms, you could just like, you know, we'll stay in your room tonight, or we'll stay in my room tonight, or we'll sleep separately tonight.
Hmm?
But I don't know. I'd have to think on that.
What if you like had 2 people, like what if your partner and you lived in houses next to each other, or you had like a duplex?
That would be the ideal situation.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
If your like apartments like faced each other, you know,
Yeah.
how cool would that be?
Like you just open your front
Why
door.
not just
and
have
it's
one
their front
apartment?
door, and
Yeah.
you walk through your front door, and it's actually the front door of their home.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
The Friends setup?
Yeah, the Friends setup. They have like courtyard style mid-century modern homes like a lot in this area. You could
Yeah.
especially in like in the South Bay and stuff. You can get one of those. Just-
Totally.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those things. Like, I don't even know if I would say necessarily like that I hate roommates, because I feel like my answer is like I hate leases. It's like are roommates the problem, or is the problem just that a roommate is a person who can sign a piece of paper and plague you for 12 months
yeah.
and be unget-riddable? That's my thing. It's like having a shit roommate has been responsible for some of the most miserable times in my life,
Right.
just because they're on a fucking lease. And so after that,
Right.
I refused to ever sign a lease again with a person. So I would move into a sublet where I would be on a month to month. And I just always had that caveat from there on out, because I was like, this is like having your fucking arm sawn off. Like, you can just go into the worst situation of your life.
Yeah.
How do they
For sure.
how do they make that happen with, like, how does a person leasing, like, how does signing a lease make them able to do that to you? Or what are they doing?
Oh, you're required to stay there. If you sign a lease for 12 months, you have to stay there. It's very difficult to break a lease.
So it's like you'd be like not able to break up with someone in a relationship because you have to live there.
I mean, you move in and you find out they leave angry Post-it notes about the dishes, and you, within 2 days flight, you're like, I'm going to murder you. I mean, that's how I feel
It's
about
justifiable for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last shitty roommate situation I had was when I lived in Cambridge, outside of Boston, and I was living in MIT housing. I did not go to MIT, but there was housing, and they needed a roommate, and it was 2 MIT students, and both of them were just. I hate to like throw the word manic around, but like they were a lot, and they would have, I would say, rager parties at least once a month, and I would just hide in my room. I called the police on my roommates several times. It was like till 4 a.m. It was nuts, and like I just couldn't leave because I was under a lease, and I would get reamed for not cleaning well enough. It was horrible. It was, I mean, and I'm not the cleanest person, and
Why were you such a pig?
But I will say that my best friend and she and I have lived together in 1, 2, 3, 4 different places in 3 different cities, and we live together very, very well. So I would live with her again. To answer your question, I would live with her again.
Did everybody like have some sort of like leaving home desperately except Scott?
I was gonna say nope.
The Veggie Tales of the podcast.
Christian and wholesome.
My parents sent me off to college, and they were like, "Here's a Bible, and here you go, and here's your class schedule, and have fun." I was like, okay.
Here's a chastity belt and a Bible.
I don't know how you avoided becoming part of what's wrong with this country, but it just seems like
What?
you narrowly missed it.
I'm probably what's wrong. I'm probably it.
No, you are definitely not what's wrong with this
Scott,
country.
you are definitely not it.
No, I don't know if I have a lot to say about roommates because it's kind of sad.
Okay.
The time I've lost to having bad roommates,
Mm-hmm.
like it's just shitty. I hate it.
Yeah.
And none
Have
of
you
it-
pulled like pranks and stuff on roommates to get back at them while you're living? You know what I mean? Like set traps or stuff?
No, but someone who lived with me did that kind of thing to me. Like they wanted
set
to.
traps?
They put their speakers in the air vent
Ugh.
and played music through the
What kind of music?
AC vent. Well, just whatever, like probably happy hardcore or something offensive, and like turned it way up.
And they did it to spite you?
Yeah, we were miserable. We were living together and hated
Or they
each
liked-
other.
maybe
And
they
it had
liked the
reached like
acoustics?
it had reached like mediation levels of
Yeah.
dysfunction.
Jesus.
I was like 16. I mean, it was like when I had a job as a teenager and got an apartment.
Oh, wow.
This was like
Mm.
a very. I mean, I was a kid.
you
It
were a
was just-
child, yeah.
It just fucking sucked.
The friend who I've lived with several times in several places, who's my friend, she was roommates in our freshman dorms with this one girl. And the girl's from Texas, like cheerleader from Texas, blondes, very like and but she was depressed as fuck, like when her freshman year. And
I
so
want to live with a depressed
Well,
Texas cheerleader.
Ki-
I think we're gonna have another guest character.
Oh, shit.
so my friend
Hey, y'all.
I don't want to get up.
Hey, y'all.
I had Pop-Tarts for dinner again.
Come
I mean,
on.
that was real. And so we needed another roommate. And so my friend asked her to come to be our other roommate. And she came and moved in with us. And she wasn't depressed anymore. Like she got over it.
Oh,
And
that's a sweet
We-
story.
no, we could not handle her because she was too much. And she could not handle how like morose and like negative we were. Because we were like 18 years old, gone through a lot of trauma as children. And like we were negative.
So she got
mean
happy
people.
and she was like, "Are y'all goths? Like,
Yeah.
what's wrong?"
No, she ended up transferring schools and leaving us.
This is a good story. I
Yeah.
like this story.
This is a good one.
Yeah. And then my friend and I ended up
Y'all
being
are-
roommates.
Y'all
For-
are dragging me down.
Yeah. And then for the next 3 years we my friend and I lived together and it was great.
2, 4, 6, 8. I need to evacuate.
Y'all just can't see the beauty of life.
I think she lives in the East Bay now and she's like chill.
Go find her and drag her down again.
I liked you better when you were depressed.
She'd probably confess something to you. Like she'd be like, "I was on Cymbalta."
What is it?
I was judgmental, but y'all, the whole time it was Wellbutrin. Scott, did you just Google Cymbalta?
No.
He's like, maybe I should be on. Sounds
is
like it
this? I
helped
gotta
her.
check this out.
Yeah.
I could use some of that confidence. Texas cheerleader confidence, right? They're some of the most confident people in the world, I feel like.
As a Texas, as a
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys cheerleader.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I just watched But I'm a Cheerleader again.
What?
The movie But I'm a Cheerleader.
I don't know this one.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
Very campy,
Yeah.
pro-gay John Watersy movie about like about kids going to an ex-gay conversion camp.
Yeah.
Wait, Ari, you're talking about
I
movies.
know I'm talking about a movie.
Well, he was
Cut
over
this out.
He was over at my
Yeah.
house when I started watching it, and then you left, right? Like you didn't stay the whole time.
I did
You-
leave. I
you
said
left.
this is a movie, and
Yeah.
I wiped everything off of me and left.
We for work I had to watch my work. I started this like movie club. It's like a book club where you watch queer movies
Okay.
before you come, and then you hang out and talk about the movies and whatever the fuck you want. And this month we watched Moonlight, and then we watched But I'm a Cheerleader. And you stayed for Moonlight, and
I multitasked.
he
For the record,
I also multitasked. I like painted and stuff. And then
Lauren started a diversity movie club, or as I call it, suicidal ideation encouragement camp.
Jesus Christ.
death stares at Ari right now. and then I watched, and then you were there for like the very beginning of the But I'm a Cheerleader, and I watched the whole thing. It was such a good movie.
They're good movies. They're both cute movies.
Yeah.
Dang, on the record.
Ooh, Mr.
Ari.
Ebert over here.
I think that fits. I love
Sad.
movies, but I think that fits with my character. I just said they're good, and I moved on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but I'm a Cheerleader is an excellent movie. You should all watch it. It has RuPaul in it, Clea Duvall, and Natasha Lyonne, and the guy who played Rufio, which I can never remember his name. You know, Rufio.
Rufio.
Yeah.
Rufio.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what's the name of the actress who plays the mom? You said her name.
Oh, Mink Stole.
Yeah.
She plays these like upset Christian housewife women really well. That are just like, this is not the way we should be. This is not the sacred way.
Mm-hmm.
Plays a good. She was in Serial Mom. Did you ever see that one?
No.
Dante Basco is the name of Rufio.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Mhm.
Dope.
He's Zuko in the Avatar show. That's why I know him.
Oh, yeah.
Better.
That's right.
There's an Avatar show.
Yeah, the Avatar: The Last Airbender. Sorry.
Is it a cartoon?
I'm
It is a
changing the
cartoon.
subject.
Oh.
New
It
topic.
rules.
Uh,
It's really good. All right, let's talk.
We did just get real boring.
What about how many things that we're all going through that we can't talk about in the pod?
Oh my
So how-
god!
I can't
So
talk
many
about
things.
stuff. There's stuff I cannot talk about.
There's stuff I can't talk about.
There's stuff I can't talk about.
There's stuff I can talk about.
Oh,
Wait, Adrien had
Shut
his story.
the fuck up, Adrian.
Adrien promised us his story.
yeah, no, you did. Oh, that's right.
We've been sidelining.
You promised us the Coachella
The
sexy
Coachella
story.
Yeah.
Sexy
all right.
Coachella.
Did you get rimmed at Coachella?
Oh man.
Sorry, that was wishful thinking.
No, it's all good. No, that's your story, Ari.
Did you have sex with Grimes at Coachella? Fuck, we should have asked before she left. Okay,
Possibly
continue.
in the future, 2024 Coachella.
Wait, where
All
is
right.
Coachella?
So
first of all?
Coachella takes
Is that
place
in California?
Indio, California,
Okay.
out past Palm Springs. It
It's
was
on
my
an
first.
ancient hipster burial ground.
Yes.
It's where the 1999 hipsters who all died in that tragic rave. They all died there,
Yeah, all
Wait,
the white girls were wearing feathered
what?
Indian headdresses, and then they.
and they all
They're-
died, and
Then they-
that's how Coachella was born.
Sorry, go ahead, Adrian.
I like that mythology. Probably better than the origin story.
I don't even know the real origin
It's better than
story.
just saying you went to some Ticketmaster.
This is
event.
different than Burning Man.
This is different than Burning Man. Yeah.
Okay. Are
This was
they
my-
adjacent or similar? or-
No.
They are
they are
not
very different.
Very, very
Okay.
different.
All right.
So
Coachella.
this is my first Coachella. I've never been before, so I was pretty stoked. On a serious note,
Oh God.
with it being my with my first Coachella. Well, no, the thing is that
Just kidding.
Bad Bunny was headlining Friday night, and being a Puerto Rican artist who has gained a lot of popularity over the last 3 years, it
Literally
was,
the most popular artist in the world.
yeah,
Continue.
basically yes, the top streaming artist on Spotify 3 years back to back was headlining Friday night, and so just like the amount of pride I had in representation, of a Puerto Rican artist headlining on Friday night was like,
Because you're Puerto Rican.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, I'm Puerto Rican, and to be there and to see him playing a 2-hour set and just like everybody singing his songs was just like
Were
a
they
feeling unlike any other
Were they in Puerto Rican?
in Puerto Rican.
Spanish.
Why is everyone
Spanish.
Why is everyone looking at me like that?
Singing in
Did Grimes
Espanol.
come back in?
Oh no.
It just seems I don't know. There's probably like a rich history behind the language, and
Well, it's Spanish. Like there are some words that might be different than like Mexican Spanish.
did they
but
lose their
overall.
original language of Puerto Rican? Were they colonized by
well,
the Spanish?
They were colonized by a lot of people, including the Spanish.
Were there people there before?
Taino, yeah. The natives were the Taino people,
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
and they spoke their own language.
Does that still exist?
The Taino
Yeah.
natives. It's in my
Like,
blood.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah.
the language, does that still exist?
I think there are some people that still are preserving the language.
Dope.
Yeah. Yeah, which is
Yes.
really cool.
Love that.
But yeah, so it was a really amazing night. I lost my voice because I was having such a good time. It was a straight up 2-hour fiesta and everybody was having a fucking blast. And so yeah, it kicked off a really amazing weekend for me. Saturday I shroomed and that was really fun until a certain point when I started processing some stuff from a previous relationship.
Oh. At Coachella.
Yeah.
Dude,
no.
those feather-headed
Nice.
hipster chicks were coming out of the ground and just dragging you down into the depths of
Yeah.
hipster hell.
Big time. And then Sunday, it was getting towards the evening and I branched off from my friend group. And I'm in the VIP section and I go grab myself some noodles and I'm sitting there getting ready for Bjork's set.
Nice.
So you were the only one of your friends that were in the hipster. I'm not so hipster. I keep saying that word. In the VIP section, is that because you can afford it, or
No. A couple of friends did, but there was
Okay.
another person that was with us that did not have VIP, so they were with him. They were doing some stuff together, and I was like, I really want to see Bjork. They're not Bjork fans,
Okay.
and so I was like, I'm gonna go do my own thing.
I know where this is going.
So
Did you get backstage and top Bad Bunny? Did you fuck Bad Bunny?
Did not, unfortunately. No.
Did you fuck Bjork?
I did not. No.
Damn it. Okay, continue. All right, we'll stop asking questions. Oh,
So yeah, I'm just sitting there chilling, watching Bjork set. It's fucking beautiful. She has fucking drones in the sky that are moving to the music, and it's just like epic.
That's
And
the
then
future.
this
hey, Grimes.
beautiful
Welcome back.
So weird that you say that. That's
I don't know. It's just kind of appeared to me that.
this beautiful girl comes and sits down near me. And she's also by herself. And she asked me a question. She's like, hey, how many songs has she, done so far? And I was like, I think like 3. And the way that,
And then she had a baby.
well, she was like,
And that was Grimes.
she was like, the way that she was like received my answer was like, it didn't seem like she wanted to converse further. And so I just was like, oh, okay. And like a few minutes later, she asked me another question and then we start chatting. And we're sitting side by side at a certain point, and we're just thoroughly enjoying each other's company. Blink 182 goes up, and we're not even paying attention to their set. Everybody's standing up around us. We're still sitting on the lawn, just like enjoying each other's company, right?
Yeah. Meg
And
Ryan
so-
walks by.
So we get
Full on rom-com.
at the
Continue.
end of Blink 182 set, we decide to go to the restroom and go grab some drinks. And she puts her hand in mine and we're holding hands. And it's so fucking sweet. And we go get our drinks. I fucking love Ari's response. And we get back to the lawn and the headliners are getting ready to go on. And these are 3 of my favorite DJs that are playing together. Skrillex, Fortet, and Fred again. And we're still in the VIP section. It's like, hey, do you want to try to get as close as we can to the stage in general admission area? I was like, let's fucking do it. And so the stage is in the middle of everybody. It's not in the front, where stage typically is. They're right in the middle of everybody. And there are these lights that are ejecting into the sky and just looks like insane. So I grab her hand.
That sounded
and
real sexual. Continue.
and I pull her through hundreds and hundreds of people trying to get as close as we can to the stage, and then we hit a wall of people and we can't go any further than
This
that.
movie is writing itself. Continue.
Right. And they're playing the fucking greatest set I've ever heard in my life, and I am having the time of my life. She's having the time of her life. She grabs me from behind and brings me down, and we start making out. She's grinding into me. I'm grinding into her. We're like feeling up on each other. The music is just like fucking blasting. We're jumping up and down. We're having like the fucking time of our lives. It feels like I'm in a fucking movie. It was fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like it didn't even feel like it was real. And like we just continued to make out and grope on each other and grind on each other the entire time. I had her like on my shoulders at one point.
And it was Chelsea Clinton?
It was Chelsea. Yeah, it was Chelsea Clinton. How did you know, Ari? So we ended up sharing an Uber ride home. It dropped me off first. We shared a goodnight kiss. It was really sweet. And she went off on her way. And then we were messaging each other into the wee hours.
Wait, a ride home. Were you?
I was staying at a hotel. She was staying at an Airbnb with her friends.
Okay. I thought you don't camp for Coachella?
You can.
Some people can't.
Some people do camp.
The only
So
time I
confused.
ever went to Coachella, I camped. It was a mistake.
Oh, you didn't enjoy it?
Well, I got heat stroke,
Oh, okay.
and so it was bad.
Some people that I know like love camping at Coachella.
I also hate camping in general, so yeah.
Got it.
Good point.
Yeah.
So the weird thing after all this had happened was that I don't know if the universe is like conspiring to get us back together, but my work is sending me to LA on Tuesday to work there through Saturday. And I'm literally staying in her neighborhood.
What?
And I had messaged her and I was like, hey, I don't know if the universe is like conspiring to get us back together, but I'm going to be in LA from this time to this time in downtown. And she's like, that's my neighborhood. And I was like, do you want to hang out? She's like, yeah, let's hang out.
Oh
and
my
so,
God,
yeah,
you're
we're
gonna get some strange pussy. That's so
You're like, I
great.
promise I'm not stalking you, but I'm going to be in your neighborhood. Very
No,
soon.
I didn't know it was her neighborhood. I was like, I'm staying in downtown LA. And she was like, that's close to my
I have an
neighborhood.
app you could look up exactly what her address is if you want.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, that's probably a
She'll
bad
probably
idea.
just tell him.
Yeah. But yeah.
You think she'll tell?
I hope.
I ended up with a Coachella Bay.
Cool.
It was completely unexpected.
Yeah.
I was just like there enjoying myself, having a good time.
Okay, we should wrap this up.
This is the love of Adrien's life we're talking about here.
Whoa. Definitely not the love of my life. There were red flags throughout this evening. So, but in other news,
Wow.
I
Adrian's laying his penis across this
Adrien
entire
loves
episode.
the news.
I'm getting a chance to potentially make my first movie finally.
To make
Like you wrote it?
what are we saying?
Yeah.
You gotta unpack that.
Writing, like I'm writing it right now.
You're writing it, and why do you get a chance to do something with your screenplay?
So a buddy of mine who I was collaborating with over 10 years ago, we've been keeping in touch over the years, and we decided to do a virtual catch up. And he's currently with a big agency right now, and he's looking to start producing, moving away from the agency side of things and into producing. And so he was like, hey, is this something that you're still interested in? And I was like, yes.
What are you
I'm
fucking
definitely
writing?
looking to get out of the tech world and back into where I have always wanted to be. And so I was like, I have a concept for something, but let me work through it a little bit. And so in our next session, I pitched him on it, and it's a fucking ridiculous, crazy, wild idea, and he fucking loved it.
Follow me here.
And
2 people meet at Coachella.
So
all right. Now.
Yeah. And so we're developing it together right now.
That's so exciting.
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm outlining it right now. We're gonna
Yay.
meet again tomorrow night and continue to flesh it out.
So is he
and-
gonna co-write or not
no,
really?
No, yeah, he just wants to produce.
Yeah.
It'll be a low budget horror film.
I can't.
Cool.
Well, that's
I
the
mean,
best kind of starter.
It's
movie.
so
Yeah.
exciting. I can't believe that your 3 main characters are a lesbian, guy who does dad jokes
and a good Grimes impersonator.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, that's also exciting to
So
me
weird.
that you would be inspired by that
Yeah.
to make that
I'm
to
actually
build your
busy
movie
though,
around.
so I can't really do the movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lauren, you wouldn't be in
Mm-hmm.
Adrien's movie.
I would definitely be in Adrian's movie.
Okay.
In a heartbeat.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank
So
you.
now it's just up to Adrien to put us in, right? If you don't, it's like awkward
Yeah, it'd be super awkward.
because we've had this conversation.
Yeah, I would be showing up to every podcast episode and just be like,
Ooh.
"Stop!
Could you imagine
Stop looking at me."
the tension
Stop.
if you make a like you show up in like top hats and with all your money and stuff,
Well,
and we're just like sitting
Just
here.
monocle.
Oh, look,
He has like a
Adrien-
British
Yeah.
accent. He probably
Yeah.
will get a British accent after he becomes a director.
I, for one, can't wait for the day when you pretend not to know any of us.
Oh, Ari, I would never do that. But also, I need to thank you, Ari, because the germ of this idea actually came out through your sketch workshop.
Oh.
I recorded that, Ari.
Yeah.
That's residuals. You can get residuals now.
Well, it wasn't a fully fleshed out idea. It was like, it was a
Oh.
prompt.
Oh, for legal purposes,
Okay,
it was an
backtrack.
And this was,
accident.
this was the day when a lawsuit was born. What a beautiful day. That's great.
But yeah.
Fucking A, man.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
I
That's
release
amazing.
all ownership of your brilliant idea officially.
Well, see, I was in some of those sketch classes. Is this maybe an idea that I've heard an earlier
I
version
thought you were
of?
going to say that I helped
maybe?
riff on.
Yeah,
So
I probably
I get
did.
residuals.
I don't know if you'd even remember it. Yeah.
I probably, yeah.
Oh, it was the exercise that you had us do with diegetic sound music.
Diegetic.
Diegetic.
No, diuretic.
Music.
Diuretic is something that helps you pee.
Diegetic sound.
No, you had it
music.
right.
Yeah.
It's non-diegetic music, but
Yeah, that's non-diegetic.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Cool.
Lauren, do you know what non-diegetic music is?
Nope.
It's the music that's playing in a scene of a movie that the actors can't hear.
Oh, that's the kind of music that my cousins make. It like they don't actually make music for like movies and stuff like that, but like all of their music sounds like it should be in a movie. It's fascinating. Well, if you need if you need somebody to do the music for your movie, let me know. I got someone.
Thanks.
Is that a
Appreciate
singing
it.
offer? Are you going to offer to sing?
Yep.
Why?
Lauren does when there's one of those really like violent scenes in a movie where people's heads are getting sliced off, and then there's a woman who does the like, she does those.
Yeah,
all those ones that you've heard where there's kind of a woman wail, like a Celtic woman wailing,
in the
not
background.
real specific words.
Yeah.
She does those.
My inspiration
She
comes
doesn't.
from the movie Nell.
Oh.
You guys remember that movie from the 90s?
yeah.
I only
Yeah.
remember that there's a feral woman in it.
Tays
Jodie
in the
Foster.
wind.
Yeah. That's what my inspiration. I watched that movie.
Wind.
Yeah. Tay in the wind. Tay in the wind.
I still don't know what either of you are saying.
Ari, this is Oscar-winning content right now.
It's literally won a fucking
You don't
Oscar.
know.
It's so dumb.
You don't know.
Did,
It's
yes.
such a bad movie. It's about a girl who gets dropped off in the middle of she's living with her father and her father dies. She raises herself in the woods, and her English turns into kind of this like feral
Yeah.
language that is very loosely based on in English. So
You want to talk about sexist? The male version of this story is baby grows up and becomes a super like Tarzan guy who can swing around and do everything and talk to the animals
yeah,
and the humans, and the woman
She's
version
just like a
she's
dirty
just like
whore.
I don't
Yeah.
know, she can't like do
Yeah,
anything, and she's
basically.
completely non-functional.
Mhm.
That's what happens when you leave men and women in the wilderness.
Tays in the wind.
Tay in the wind.
Tays
Tays.
in the wind.
I'm not familiar with that reference.
Tays in the wind.
For people who don't know, she's saying trees in the
Yes,
wind,
yeah, trees in
and
the
she's
wind.
dancing she's dancing.
That's
yeah.
only
Yeah.
that's the second thing this podcast that I've been completely unable to decipher. There was one
Was the other
earlier.
one about
it was
Bratz
like
dolls?
There was a-
Bushel,
the brass dolls. Brass dolls.
Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts. I think.
That was sorry for Ari if you weren't here. It was Grimes was trying to say Bratz dolls and
What is that? What she was really
brats like the like
She was-
legit? This is the first time I've actually got it.
yes.
Okay.
I love that it wasn't a bit. Mine was a bit.
No. No clue. I was really trying to get it.
Adrien and I knew exactly
Yeah.
what was happening.
Oh, just me then? Just me? Okay, cool. Cool. Cut that out. Cut that right out. I knew too. Me too.
Oh,
Shit.
shit.
You don't
Yeah.
speak Grimes.
All
I
right.
guess you don't speak future.
Brush. I
She
couldn't
said
get it.
she's influenced by Brussels sprouts.
That's what I was
I
thinking.
get it. I am too. Brussels sprouts are dope. In 2006, they were genetically
Brussels
modified.
sprouts are yummy.
I think it was 2006, something like that.
What, like
In the
all-
early 2000s,
all
it was-
Brussels sprouts became the new GMO.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
You
what
ever had
happened to them?
They were
They got
extremely
nice
bitter,
and
and they
plump.
genetically modified them to make them less bitter, so that they were much more palatable to
Now
people.
they're yummy and
Yep.
extra plump.
Can you find the non-modified Brussels sprouts anymore?
I don't
No.
know.
An 05 Brussels sprout.
Maybe
They're
if you
hiding
like.
in my basement.
Have you heard that there's like hypercorn somewhere in Mexico?
What is
Have you
that?
heard about this?
Hypercorn.
What?
There's like fucking hypercorn that they've
What?
they've known
just
about.
saying it again doesn't
Oh, are you
explain
talking
anything
about
about
the
it.
sticky weird corn?
Sorry, I should be more specific. It's actually not hypercorn. There's corn that fertilizes itself,
What?
and they've known about it for decades, and it's been kind of just down there. Like it jizzes on itself and fertilizes itself, and it's like a holy grail of genetic engineering to try to figure out how to add self-fertilization to plants. And
Yeah.
down there, just in some fucking rando village, there's this like gooey, jizzy corn that fertilizes
It's the
itself.
sticky corn,
What?
right? Like when you pull it. Like I've seen videos of people pulling the corns off, and it's like this weird sticky substance. That's the corn is. Yeah.
We're going to Jurassic Park agriculture and just let it reproduce on its own.
Oh, we've been doing that for many years.
Crossbreeding.
Doesn't
Yep.
food that reproduces itself sound good to you? You say it like you're condemning something.
I don't
I'm
know,
pretty sure
man.
food that reproduces itself.
When
is,
you mess with God's plan, it never goes well. This is what
Okay.
we've learned.
I said you were the problem in America, and I knew it would reveal itself eventually.
I'm just saying.
Whiteness has entered the chat. Okay, we got to close this up.
Okay, can we
yeah.
close? Can we close
have-
up? Can we close up? You have some. You have a hot date.
I have boners to. I have
Boners to quash.
I
I
thought
have corn to self-fertilize. This is the beginning. This is episode 1
oh.
of
It has-
season 2.
because it has Grimes on.
Oh,
it.
this is season 2, episode
No,
1.
Oh, yeah.
Every other episode was like episode -1, like season -1. Like this is where the show starts because it has a famous
Well,
person on it.
That's good. We did 12, and now this is a new season starting over episode 1, famous
Is that
person.
true?
Yeah, we just did 12. This
Yeah,
is
we-
13.
Yeah, this is 13. So this is episode 1, season 2.
Yeah.
Why do y'all? Not only do I not get to pick when season 2 starts, you agree perfectly on when
Yeah, you
season
picked
2
it.
starts.
You
Sorry,
picked it
Ari.
too early.
Hateful.
You picked it
It's
too
just
early.
the way it works.
Yeah, you called it too early.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't.
Sorry, Ari.
Premature.
We don't trust you anymore, really.
Yeah. We
There's 12 episodes in a season. How is that hard?
yeah, we talked about it when you were gone and Grimes was here.
Yeah, Grimes agrees.
Is
Yeah.
this my last episode
She
before
got your
Grimes
vote.
becomes the 4th member?
Yeah. Mhm.
New season, new
She-
cast.
She hasn't agreed yet, but I did send her a text after she left and asking if
She's-
she would replace you.
Yeah, she's
Permanently.
downloading you.
She's like,
And
I'm
uploading
busy having
herself.
another cloned abortion.
You get into a Larry the Cable Guy situation where you just have to do the character all the time, and
Oh God.
you can't nod. That's tied to your now
What
public
becomes
persona.
you?
Uh-huh.
That would be such a nightmare if I got famous for doing Grimes, and then I have to wear like white like braids, like I have
Mhm.
to wear like cyber goth outfits everywhere I go.
Yeah.
You could pull it off. I think you do all right.
Sometimes you'd have a Shiba Inu hat.
Me in a cyber goth look would be fucking funny as hell. But okay, let's get out of here.
Yes.
All right,
All right.
everybody, let's go enjoy this
Yes.
beautiful spring day.
Thank you all for listening to another episode of Can I Lay Down? It was a pleasure having you.
That wasn't sexy enough.
All right.
You say it, but
One more
with something
time.
slutty, just throw.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, just-
All right.
I hope you're washing your mouth properly.
Dear
Oh
God.
no. Oh.
After that mouthful of "Can I lay down?"
Oh.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Can I Lay Down? It's been a pleasure having you in our mouths and in your ears.
Oh my God, I'm horrified. We like it when you beg. Good night.
Lauren, you said your sister listens to this. Great.
She doesn't
like
listen
it.
anymore.
We like it when you gag.
We've lost all of our listeners. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. See none of you next week.
Bye.